For those of you that did not see yesterday's video, my camera fell while trying to film a shot and broke. Consequently, we were in iPhone mode today. Things look a little bit different. We started off the day by meeting our friends downtown who bought half of one of our lambs. We brought them the lamb meat and we took advantage of the meetup time for little buddy and his friend Aaron to play in the park. While Ashley and little buddy were at the park, I walked over to the camera store to see if they could fix my camera. The shop owner said the condition of my camera was beyond the ability of their in-house tech to repair, and it would have to be sent off, minimum turnaround time 3 weeks, and probably $200 to $300 repair cost. We're still working on a solution for this, and in advance I thank you for your patience with us with this. After leaving the park, we went over to the Sheppard Ranch to continue our quest for knowledge on raising rabbits. The Sheppard Ranch is where we purchased our pullets for our future layer hen flock, and while we were there picking up some of our pullets the last time, John Sheppard, the breeder, mentioned his daughter's rabbits were for sale. They are selling 2 mini Rex rabbits, which are great for showing as well as pet rabbits, which would be a great opportunity for little buddy as he gets into the Clover Buds 4-H pet rabbit project.
So this is a boy, and he is an otter. An otter has the copper right behind its ears and white on its underside. So this is the position that you would show them in if you were going to show them. You can run your hands here, and so with any rabbits, if your hands get stuck on their hip bones, then you don't want your hands to get stuck on their hip bones. You want them to slide over. You want to check for clearness in their eyes. Make sure it's not like a foggy or anything.
Okay.
Make sure they're clear. And sometimes they'll get a little hair in there. That's fine. They'll just like blink it out. And then you also want to check for mites in the ears. And so if there were mites, you would just I think you take a cloth with warm water and just dip it in there, and then they'll come out. To check if they're a boy or a girl, it'll come out. I can show you on the girl too. There's kind of a difference of how it comes out. A girl has this extra patch of skin right here. It's called a dewlap. You want to check for their teeth, their nose, make sure they're not they don't have a runny nose or anything. And then,
Little buddy, you need to watch.
Check for straightness in the legs. So since this one's nail hasn't been clipped, it kind of got a little, so that will sometimes happen. Clip that off, make sure there's no the blood vessel isn't there.
Is it blood official there?
What?
The blood official, like you just said.
In their nail, you don't want to cut it too short. You just want to cut it just right.
So if you're worried about cutting it, just only cut a little. If you squeeze a few times, and if it's over the vessel, then they'll kind of start squirming, and then you know that that's too far. You can also hold the nail up to the light, and you can sometimes, it's a little harder with dark nails, but you can see red.
We'll pick it up when we visit them. But can you at least schedule when we're going to visit them now?
And so then if you go like this, it's a little easier to see.
Oh, really? I was just trying to eat the towel.
If you go like this and pull back the fur, you don't want to pull out the fur right there. It'll make it bleed a lot. Yeah.
You have to get a washcloth.
And so actually, with rabbits, on their front paws, they have 5 nails. This one is an extra one. And then on their back feet, they only have 4. And it's the same on both sides.
So to me, it looks like, you know, right here, that's long. That just looks long.
Yeah.
But is there any kind of indicator to know, like, okay, this is too long and or this is just right?
If you think it's gonna rip, if they're on wire, then cut it a little shorter. But so like, and then also the back nails are thicker than the front nails.
So do you kind of just eyeball it then, Alex? So I think he's kind of asking if there's there's no mark saying once it's past this length, you just eyeball it. Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you find yourself needing to trim the nails?
Not a lot, only like a few times a year.
Okay. Just looking at it,
yeah,
like,
these
okay,
are
that's a
long.
long nail.
It's a nice one, huh? It's in stone.
With your left hand, you're just gripping the back of his neck like the scruff of a cat kind of deal.
And then you also want to hold their ears.
Okay, and that stabilizes them.
So I always, when I'm showing my rabbits, I have their head facing this way. I think you can do it either way, but so if you put your hand over their face and one hand on their rump and push like this, you kind of want them like a ball. And then and then take their tail, kind of pull it up, and then you want to make sure that their feet are tucked in.
Your feet are tucked in.
So with other breeds, sometimes, like with the Californian, they have it laying straight out. So it really kind of depends on which breed of rabbit you have.
It's a show rabbit, but ultimately it's a small meat breed, right? And that you want to show a nice big loin. That's why you're bending them like that. So that's the genesis of that positioning.
I take my right hand, I put my hand over their ears, and I grab their scruff. I put my left hand around, and I tuck their face into my elbow. So that when I'm holding them, if like I won't drop them, and you tuck their face in so that if it makes them feel more secure. Okay, so I'm gonna put them on your lap, and you're gonna put this hand right here. Okay.
What about it has short claws?
And put this one
So you want to make him feel nice and safe.
and then tuck his head into one of your elbows. Like
Anyone you want?
You'll figure it out. Once you do it a while, you'll figure out what feels comfortable for you.
What do you think, buddy?
Soft like a blanket.
Soft like a blanket.
chubby thing right here. It's extra skin that only girls have.
That you said it's dewlap?
Yeah, a dewlap. And then the extra claw on their foot right here is called, it's called the dew claw.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one. So this one is open, and then how that one, and then that other one was closed. And then she's a black because she doesn't have, she's just all black. The other one is an otter.
So it doesn't have that brown back there.
Then it doesn't have the white.
She's my favorite. I like this one.
And she's a lot soft. Her fur is more even, and she, like, I can't even feel her hips. Whereas that one, its hip, you can feel its hips a little.
Alright, so this hand here. Is that? You're checking out. And then
Tuck her head in. They're a lot calmer when they're like that.
You're so soft.
okay, so right hand on the scruff and left hand on the rump around.
It's like,
Oh. Yes.
so like, don't worry about hurting them. They're not.
This is therapeutic. I think we could start up a new rabbit therapy business. Feeling stressed? Come pet a rabbit. It's fine. We have an update regarding the two loner lambs, Daisy and Sage.
We got a lot of feedback from you guys in the comments section as to whether we should or shouldn't get them. The majority of you guys that left comments said that we should probably just go ahead and get them, enjoy the time with them, have some fun, etc. It'd be a great little experience with having some pet sheep for a little while. There were some folks that gave really great feedback and made really good points as to why we shouldn't get them, as far as we just need to be focused on preparing for spring. We also run the risk of getting too attached to these ewes only to have to bring them back. We're not really sure when we'll have too much snow for our fences to work anymore. So just whenever that is, we'd have to bring them back. All those points are really great, valid, logical points. But
tomorrow, Daisy and Sage are coming over to stay for a while, and we're super excited.
We're really grateful for all the comments, all the feedback we got on this. We considered everybody's opinion on this. I really went over it a lot.
We're very excited for this next step of our journey on the homestead, and we look forward to having some really great experiences with Daisy and Sage to share with you soon.
I'm not concerned with getting attached to them because they'll just be going back to the breeder. And Tess the breeder has offered to sell us Daisy if we want her in the spring for part of our breeding program. By the time we need to take them back, we'll probably be ready for them to go back, as far as having to trudge through the snow to get out to them and all that. We probably aren't going to be as excited about having them at that point. A big thing for me was seeing your excitement with them.
Daisy is super cute, and she is going to be our pet for a few weeks, along with Sage. It'd be nice to have them around.
Seeing Ashley's level of excitement with the idea of them coming here was really important.
Looking forward to having them here, keep the chickens company, and add some diversity to the homestead.